That's a great swing there. That was a broken play. And he's able to handle that and get a good, powerful swing off that. Goes off the hands of the libero for Brazil. Sergio, out of play, no chance.
Now Techukin to serve. Oh, big swing from the left side. Rising high was Giba.
And that's what we saw Giba do in the semifinals all night long. Get up and fly and just hammer balls like that. But he needs it tonight. He needs it here. One blocker didn't even go for the cross court. He had the one blocker, but he elected to go down the line.
2-2-1 for Gustavo. Puts another good serve on. Middle attack, though. And the first spike for Ruslan Oligver. Just his 6th point of this championship. Doesn't play a lot.
Well, again, and they haven't been going to the middle a lot either, so his chances are diminished even more because the Russian set are not going much to their middle, trying to spread things out and go to the left and right.
Now Oligver to serve. It's a good one. Middle attack. Block was there. They try Giba again, and he comes through.
That was a nice design play, too. Went to the middle, it comes back. Mauricio fakes it to the middle, throws it out to the left side, and there comes Giba.
Now Anderson to serve. 4 points in attack.
He can also serve the ball. Just keeps on coming.
That's a good one. Abramov. Block is there.
Nice pickup on the Russian side.
Regrouping. Abramov again. Right side. Anderson sent back. Giba just has to place it. Iakovlev looking for the touch and gets it. Or a piece of the court. Well, that was close.
Yeah, that was very, very close. Hard to see. You have to be a linesman down on the court right there where you watch the ball hit to really be able to make the call on that one. Great dig there on the Russian side. And Sergio hustling, bringing the ball back. And watch that. Wow, is that close?
23 all.
Oh, there it is.
Ricardo takes the second ball and gets Brazil to set point.
Good time to do it. Ricardo sees it. He knows he's got his blocker stuck. They're waiting for the attack. Sees the opening and throws it right to the spot.
Ricardo, the backup setter, and here comes the substitution. Giovanni coming in for Giba late. And do you think as a backup setter on the national team level, Coach Bernardo Rezende, do you think that helps him pull the trigger and bring in his backup more often?
Yeah, it does, and especially when you see that backup do the job that he's doing, you know, and it gives a different visual for the opponent. You know, they're having to second guess what's going to happen. It's a different setter.
Did he get a touch? He did, and that was set point, by the way. Russia leads the match 1-0, and now we're even at 24 in the second.
Yeah, there you see it off the left hand of
Nalbert.
That's right, thank you, Nalbert.
Pained expression on the Brazilian coach's face. Good
Tough
pass.
ball.
Back set. And it's Anderson coming through.
That was close. It almost looked as though, and Russia thinks so too, it almost looked as though the ball hit the net and not the Russian blockers. They will argue it.
That is always a tough call.
Look on the replay. Maybe we'll see it better here. I thought it hit net. Hard to tell on that replay, that angle. Here's a better angle. That's definitely worth arguing.
Boy, the net is wobbling.
Brazil
wildly. Yeah.
Brazil gets a break on that one.
Looks like they may have.
A huge break.
Set point again for Brazil.
That could give them the set. Oh, but they go long.
Error makes it 25 all. So for the moment, the Russians dodge another set point, the second. And they will make a substitution. Coming in, Taras Kate, another seldom used member of the Russian national team.
And again, another 6'9" guy. I mean, they just keep on coming. Brazil doesn't have anybody that size.
A youngster, too, just 20 years old. Back set. Anderson drills another.
Anderson has really added to this Brazilian attack tonight. He's getting it done, no doubt about that. Look at that. Power shot right through the seam of the block.
5 points in attack for Anderson since coming off the bench here in the second. And the third set point coming for Brazil. And the floater serving Ricardo to put it in.
Handled nicely. Oh,
Dig, that's Sergio.
This could do it for them.
The left hand swing from Naubert. You gotta be kidding me. With a left hand, he closes the set.
Well, see, and that's how versatile he is, Mark.
He is holding his left shoulder. We'll have to check that. But we're heading for the third at 1-all. As competitive as we would expect a World Championship final to be as we look at the set distribution, zone to zone for each team.
Yeah, Russia having the edge in just about every zone except for zone 1, which is the serving position, and zone 6, which is the middle back position. But the front zones on the net, certainly Russia having the lead in that area as far as percentage goes. So hitting more efficiently.
And the Brazilian fans in their gold trying to make themselves heard in this Argentine house, Luna Park Stadium, Buenos Aires, Argentina, for the 15th Volleyball World Championship. Zhiba hammers down the serve. Iakovlev in a difficult approach, and he couldn't get any type of swing on it. So 9-7 Brazil.
And Anderson gets a little bit on it, and he touches it.
He'll get the block. First block of the match so far. Zhiba back to serve with Brazil leading by 2 and gives one of them back.
First service error for the set for Brazil. Russia also has 1. But Russia counters that with 1 ace. None for Brazil at this point in this set.
Pavel Abramov.
Oh, nice pickup. Clean swing out of the middle, but handled nicely. Russia has a chance at least to keep it in play.
Anderson hammers it out off the blockers.
They're really going to Anderson a lot. You have to think the Russian blockers are going to key on him and cheat out his way, which they did. They were there, actually. Anderson just does a nice job. He gets those blockers moving, and that's enough to get a tool shot. I'm still waiting to see the Brazilian middle attack.
Enrique, a strong serve, overpass, free ball. Anderson goes touch, Mitkov the dig. Iakovlev going line. Brazil says out. So do the officials. 3-point lead, Brazil.
So do I. That looked out from here as well. But all that matters is what the official says. Oh, there's that Russian block. They're there. Beautiful pickup by the libero for Russia.
Mitkov doing his job. Big serve from Enrique. Techukin has to set. Iakovlev blocked, but still alive for Russia. Abramov sends it Techukin's way. Oh, what a play. He was able to tool the block.
Now, Brazil should have been able to block that ball. They had all day to see where it was coming from. And Naubert, of all people, gets tooled right down the front. You see his penetration. He must be early. He is early. He's starting to come down. That ball goes between he and the net. You have to time those back row attacks. You have to time them just right, or you will get tooled.
Igorchev puts it in. Transition for Naubert. Techukin hits it high and gets no touch. 12-9 Brazil.
Russia getting some hitting errors here midway through this set. That's their third.
The numbers for Anderson. He's already in double digits. Didn't really play in the first set. Another good serve.
Big block for Brazil. No.
They couldn't get a piece of it. Techukin.
Techukin doing a nice job to get that point because the Brazilian block was there. Look, they're waiting. They're all right there. They do one little step, quick step to the right. Oh, there's your scene. You see it nicely there in the replay. Gustavo.
Yeah, between Gustavo and the setter. Ricardo.
Well,
Substitute for Russia, Gerasimov is in.
And Ricardo's job as the right blocker is to set the block. In other words, get the block in place, and then Gustavo has got to close it. That's his job.
Naubert. Beautiful touch play, but dug out. Free ball coming now for Russia. And tooling the block just into the match, Alexandre Gerasimov.
Beautiful save there. Look at this, fresh off the bench.
Lefty.
Good tool. And see, that lefty gives a different visual for the blockers. You have to really turn your inside hand in towards the court, or a lefty will tool you.
Yakovlev gives one back to Brazil.
Well, he just lays everything into his serve, though. If he can clear that net, it's going to be trouble.
Well, the Brazilians hoping they'll have something to celebrate. They have never won the World Championship. In fact, their only podium position was that silver medal they got after losing to the Soviet Union in '82 in Buenos Aires. Ace for an Albert.
First ace of the set. Third overall for Brazil. And to think that this World Championship final with the same two teams from 20 years ago is back in the same arena, on the same court.
It's pretty amazing. Some unfinished business for Brazil. And then, of course, you lump in their World League final loss this summer at the hands of this Russian team. And that took place on Brazilian soil when they were hosting. So that one...
That hurts.
Definitely stings and is a very recent memory.
Yeah, you're right about that. I can tell you, not one player on that Brazilian team has forgotten that. And I really don't think there's any other team in this tournament that they'd rather be playing right now.
Plenty of motivation. A little payback for Russia. There is Alejandro Spajic, one of the Argentine stars. They will have to settle for 6th place after just a brilliant first and second round performance. They fell in the quarterfinals. Quick attack to the middle. Kulichov couldn't finish it.
No transition out of Kulichov. He just stood there.
And
didn't matter, though.
Speaking of that Russian attack, Ushakov, backup setter, has come in to replace Kamutskik. This is what happened in the second set in the semifinals. And Ushakov led them to victory. Here's Techukin. Just missed.
Close, very close. So it's a third service error for Russia. And surprisingly, Brazil with just one service error in this set. And they still serve tough.
Tough play for Ushakov.
Oh, great dig there. Keeping alive. Gustavo on the back line.
Anderson goes line. Techukin the blind set. And now a free ball for Brazil. They come Giba's way. And Giba comes through.
Good patience along with perseverance on the Brazilian side of the net. The situation is right. Giba on that left side. The set's at first the pass, and then the set is there, and Giba does the rest right through the block.
Match is 1-1. Brazil 16-12 in the third.
How did you sleep last night? Did you toss and turn or lie awake for hours only to wake up?
Mark Brown and Dorothy Franco-Reed with you as Brazil takes a 2-1 lead heading into the fourth set of this 2002 World Championship final. Let's look at those third set stats.
Well, Brazil leads in blocks 2-1. On forced errors, they get more points than Russia this time, and that's key. There's a 3-point spread there. 5 points Brazil in the unforced error department. Also, they cut way back in their service errors. Brazil did, and that made a difference. Here's your hitting percentages. Things are starting to even out now. Actually, Brazil taking the lead in this set with hitting percentage. They hit the ball more efficiently. Second line attacks, back row attacks. Slight lead with Russia, not a big deal there. First tempo attacks, Russia with a lead, but not enough to win the match. And the big part of that was blocking and few service errors for Brazil.
Enrique puts it into net to give the first point to Russia. And for our Latin American viewers who are tuning in expecting to see Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, stay here. As soon as this match is over, we'll get you out to San Francisco for the Cardinals and the Giants in that Major League Baseball action. Meanwhile, Nalbert evens things.
Oh, and he elects again to go down line. Nalbert really tooling the block down the line.
It's been a great match for him. He by far the leading scorer for Brazil. Big serve there. Tetsukin still up.
Oh, look at this. That was a great digging from the Brazilian side of the net.
Free ball for Russia. Tetsukin.
Again, Giba. No, there'll be a violation.
Yep, it's going to go to Russia.
Boy, the Russian attackers working that Brazilian defense, pounding the ball.
Tetsukin showing why he's the leading scorer for this Russian side.
And you see the big swing there. And you can't give that guy a seam. He'll find it.
Iakovlev with a 1-point advantage. Russia must have this set. Anderson runs into the blue wall. This time it's Abramov and Olikver.
Well, they really read Anderson well because he comes flying in. He's certainly got the timing, the momentum, everything going for him. But look at that block. They are there. They are waiting. And they know Anderson can hit line, so they took his line shot away, and he had nothing. Tough serve.
Giba from the pipe didn't look like he was expecting it, but it doesn't matter. He comes through anyway.
Yeah, he didn't get his normal full power swing from that pipe position, but it was enough to get it done. And the beauty of that play is you get the blockers up and down. That's all it took there.
Abramov just runs out of room. Here's Nalbert. Brazil has that
and he had nothing. Tough serve.
Giba from the pipe didn't look like he was expecting it, but it doesn't matter. He comes through anyway.
Yeah, he didn't get his normal full power swing from that pipe position, but it was enough to get it done. And the beauty of that play is you get the blockers up and down. That's all it took there.
Abramov just runs out of room. Here's Nalbert. Brazil has that set in hand. 2-1 here in the fourth. Flipping the tape and catching the line.
Wow, that's a break. Sometimes the net is your worst enemy, and sometimes it's your friend.
And both in the same situation, depending on what side of the net you're on there.
That's right.
Brazil's friend. Fourth ace.
Leading in service aces 4-2, Brazil up.
Nice clean swing from Tetsukin.
Russia showing some good things in attack from the left side in this set. Both points on attack coming from the left.
Brazil has never been so close to a world championship as they are right now.
Oh, nice pass to start things, and there's your play. Boom, there's your result.
Straight down from Giba. 4-all.
It's so predictable, the result for Brazil when they get that perfect pass. They have such good movement in their attack, so many options. You know they're going to open up the block, which you see there, and you get a guy like Giba taking the swing, and it's history.
This is Gustavo. Overpass, but handled. Still up. And you can see Nalbert and the Brazilians saying, hey, come on. Still alive.
That's right. That's frustrating because he made a great save here. Look at Nalbert. Gets that pancake, and everyone freezes.
Yep.
That's frustrating. And Brazil's not like that. They must, I don't know what they thought. But they didn't move for it.
Anderson made his dig, and then he was actually up again after the pancake, so might have been him that they were yelling at.
It's not often you see Brazil freeze on the court, though.
No. Constant motion. 5-all in the fourth.
What a great position Brazil is in right now.
Oh, yeah. The error is starting to even out on serve.
And that's been key down the stretch here.
Abramov puts Russia back up.
All attack points from the left side of the Russian net. Left side is the only place they've gotten swings for points in this set.
Kamutskik, the starting setter, is back in. A bad pass from Naubert.
How did he sneak that in? 3 big blockers for Russia waiting.
Gorchev had to set.
Nice set. Look at that. Oh, left-handed though.
And blocked.
Anderson not able to get a good angle on it. It was a great set considering where Ricardo had to take that from. That's the part that surprised me. How the heck did he get it around that big block? I mean, Albert with the save, Ricardo with the set. Anderson not able to get the angle.
Iakovlev will get the block. His third. 7-5 Russia. Out to Anderson. Right down the line. Tremendous elevation for Anderson. Not one of the bigger hitters out there.
Well, number 5, Enrique, doing a great job. You saw it there, the middle blocker. He pulls that middle blocker for Russia with him, and he gives Anderson the opening on that left side. So give Enrique, the middle blocker, credit for that.
Error for Zyba. And a timeout in set number 4. Russia with the 2-point advantage, but down 2-1. The intensity of the Brazilian head coach, Bernardo Rezende, trying to keep his team up. They are down by 2 in the 4th, but up 2-1 in this World Championship final. And for our Latin American viewers who are tuning in, expecting to see Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, that Major League Baseball matchup between the Cardinals and Giants, we will get you right out to San Francisco as soon as this match is over.
And look at the reception percentages. Brazil clearly in control there. 70%, twice as good as Russia on reception. Only 35% for Russia. Very low.
Naubert. How about that from the back row? He is quickly approaching a 20-point outing.
And Brazil's been so successful from the back row, certainly with the pipe between Naubert and Zyba.
Enrique, a great serve, but passed beautifully, and a middle attack from Gorchev.
First, a middle attack for Russia from the middle. And he gets it here. And all he had to deal with was Naubert on that because Russia really hasn't utilized the middle attack. So the blockers for Brazil are keying more on the left and right side.
And Gorchev puts it in. All the way across to Naubert. No. Cannot find the line.
Naubert hoping for a touch call. Not to be, though. That was clear. Look at that, right through the block. No touch. It's out.
There's another look at that back line. Hard to tell from there. Close.
Naubert thinks it was in.
He's the captain. He can talk. Just not too much to the official. 10-7 Russia now. Looking to force a 5th set.
Good pass.
Pipe attack, Zyba.
Who better than Brazil on the pipe attack? Started with the great pass. All the options were there. Ricardo makes a good decision, sends it to Zyba out of the pipe. No block to speak of, and he hits it with such force, very difficult to defend. Look at that. He's elevating to the top.
Here comes Anderson. Takes a little something off there. Line shot from Chechukin.
That was a good fake from the middle attacker for Russia. Gets that blocker up. Although the block did a pretty nice job. Gustavo didn't really go with that fake. Went outside. But not enough to stop the left side attack.
Overpass. Oh, Ricardo did a great job to get a piece of that block. Then the pipe. This time Russia was ready.
Nice set there. Oh, and the tool, Naubert.
With the left hand for the second time. Naubert uses that offhand to come up with a point for Brazil. So many things went right for the Brazilians there. over 20 points on the evening. Indecision. Free ball. Oh, what a dig. Ricardo had to hit, and he gets the line. The center.
You gotta love that. Setters love that opportunity to hit that second ball. Ricardo picking a beautiful time. Nobody in the gym, in the arena, thought he was going to do that. What great instincts on his part, and look where he places it with that left hand to the deep right back corner of the Russian court.
And he is a lefty, so he was able to take a big swing. Nalbert puts it into net. Russia back up 2.
Still, Brazil's done a great job keeping their service errors down in the second, or rather in the third and fourth set.
Big game for Tetsukin. Back set. Anderson, the winner.
Haven't seen him for a while, but here he comes now. Relatively quiet in this fourth set. Not so there. A little bit of seam, that's all he needs.
It is Gustavo's turn to serve.
And he's very confident on the baseline. He loves to be in this position. Tough to pass. Oh, they handled that one nicely, though. Look at the back
Left side attack, that time from Abramov.
The back row attack's 18 for Brazil, 11 for Russia. Brazil really counting on their back row and coming through with it. Nice swing there, right through the seam, powers it through.
Abramov playing a nice supporting role for Russia. Oligver put it in. Out to Zhiba. Roundhouse denied by the Russian block. The Russians want a 5th set.
Russia taking control of the blocking category, Mark. They've got 3 blocks to none for Brazil in this set, and that's hurting Brazil at this point and certainly helping Russia, and that is their strength.
Sounds like the first set. That was the setter, Kamutskik, who came up with the block. Overpass. Oh, saved nicely by Ricardo. And a free ball doesn't even come over. Would have been a free ball for Brazil. They're back within 2.
Well, surely Russia should have cleared the net with this one just to keep it in play. Kind of gave Brazil a point on this play.
Ricardo floats it in. Back set. Iakovlev.
Big swing. He is so strong. He just gets up and absolutely hammers the ball. And then he's got a seam, and that always helps.
This is Kamutskik, big factor in the Russian block from his setter position. Quick tempo. Now the counter. Iakovlev, oh, no chance. Anderson and Enrique up to deny.
And Brazil gets on the blocking board here. They got a big one right there. That will count.
13 points in attack for Zhiba. Floats it in. Iakovlev from the left side this time.
And that time they move him around. Good choice.
That's the 10th kill of the match for Iakovlev, and it takes Russia to 16-13 in the 4th. Championship final should go the distance, and we will do that. Here are the 4th set statistics. A set won by Russia.
Yeah, and then Russia leads in the hitting category. 11 spikes to only 8 for Brazil. But look at those back row attacks for Brazil. Still not enough to win this set. But 7 points off back row attack for Brazil to only 3. But Russia wins it in the blocking category as well. And there's your distribution of sets. Zone 2, or rather Zone 4. Zone 4 for Russia, that's where most of their attack is going. That's that left side position. And that's true. Almost all their attacks going there and all their points scoring. Spike efficiency, there you see on back row attack, Brazil hitting higher and relying heavily on back row attack. But first tempo, that's the quick sets. Russia, high percentage on that, 69 to only 50 for Brazil.
So teams playing according to form. Underway in set 5. Still rally scoring. Still got to win by 2, but the magic number is 15 instead of 25.
And it goes so quickly, especially when you're a player on the court. That 15 points comes so fast. Every error is critical.
Enrique gives it back, so the team's trading service errors to start the set. Nerves, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps. Likely so, for sure.
This is huge. Brazil in the quest of their first ever world championship. As the Soviet Union, 6 for Team Russia. Gustavo, a clean hit through the middle.
Haven't heard a lot from Gustavo tonight, but lately, late in this match, he's come through with a couple of clutch hits. He's had to work for it, though. Look how high he hits. We're used to seeing Gustavo hit straight down on the ball. He knows he can't against this big Russian block.
13 and a block for Anderson, who put that serve in. Middle attack this time. That is Kulachov.
Kulachov pulled down the net on that one. Still out of the middle, but pull way down into the zone here. Cuts it back nice. Hits it right in the seam between the two defenders for Brazil in that right back corner.
Yakovlev for Russia. When Russia beat Brazil in that 82 final, that was the last time Russia was on the World Championship podium. In the #1 spot. Block. Did it get the court? Yes, it did.
Wow, that was a big block indeed. Gustavo up there. Ricardo up there.
What a night for Naubert.
Oh, yeah.
As an ace among his 23 points. Love another one here. It's a good serve. Yakovlev tools the block. 3-all. Techukin. Good serve.
Oh, tough save there.
Save. Yakovlev.
Oh, comes off his feet. Did you see that?
Came right back. Brazil with the lead.
Hope we'll see a replay on this one. That ball came back down so quick as the right side hitter was falling. It hits his feet. Little soccer action going on there. Not deliberate, though. Oh, maybe it was.
Looked like it would have been dead there anyway off the tape as opposed to a block. Gustavo trying to extend the lead. Big serve.
Oh, that's big.
Yakovlev keeps it alive. Free ball. Giba. 5-3 Brazil.
The velocity he gets in his swing at times is unbelievable. We'd love to have a radar gun on that. Look at the speed. Of course, it's a slow-mo, but you can still appreciate how fast Giba gets that arm through. Definitely one of the most athletic players for Brazil and for every team in the world.
The only scheduled timeout when one team hits 8 points, then teams will switch sides. 5-3.
Nice serve again coming from Gustavo.
Abramov with the big kill out of the left side for Russia. Back within 1. Kulachov lobs it in. Giba.
Look at him elevate. He just skyrockets.
Back set. Anderson tools the block.
Still in. They have a chance.
For now, Yakovlev has to just get it over. Free ball. Middle attack. Oh, what a block. And what a time for it.
Wow.
Gorchev.
That was unbelievable because they had next to no chance to even keep this ball in play. Look at this. Goes back to the deep right corner. Desperation save there. High sky ball just to keep it in play. Block there, and it lands on the court for Brazil. Russia gets the point.
Oh, you will not find a worse serve in a World Championship final than that.
What the heck happened there? I don't think he knows.
Kulachov will sit down. That gives Brazil the 1-point advantage. One set to determine the world champion. Left side Abramov. All the way out to Giba. And Giba somehow defeats the block. How? I've got no idea,
Well,
because it looked like they had no chance.
He just unloads on the swing. His arm comes through so fast. Unbelievable, because the block was there, but he just hits it so hard and so quick. Not only is he strong, but he's got such an incredibly fast arm swing. Frustration for the Russian block.
Ricardo. Ayakovlev comes through, tooling the block from the right side. Russia back within one.
Pressure cooking right now.
Unbelievable. The setter, Kamutskik, floats it. Back set. Shiva. No. Naubert. Oh, a violation on the Russian side. Point to Brazil as we come to that automatic stoppage here at 8 points as the teams will change sides.
Oh, that's too bad for Russia. Not a time to get that kind of an error.
Ooh. Such a fine line.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. It looked like the net swayed just a tiny bit, but impossible to say who touched it.
And the Russian blockers weren't trying to argue that, so obviously the officials had a pretty good eye on it.
So the teams have switched sides. Brazil now more than halfway there to the magic number of 15, your leading scorers.
Look at Naubert. 23 points. And then Zhiba not far behind. Tetrakin 21.
All of Zhiba's have come in attack.
And he's had to work for him.
Right side. Abramov gets the point for Russia.
Big hole there. Brazilian block had no chance on this one. Naubert doing all he can, but not enough.
Here is Abramov to serve. Russia within one. Good serve. Anderson still alive on the Russian side. This is Ayakovlev, the swing.
Good pass from Zhiba.
They will go to Naubert. Oh, huge block for Russia. 8-all.
Again, we know how much Russia relies on their block, and if this is what can pull them through this fifth set, nothing more fitting than the Russian block.
You got to give that to Egorchev. Oh. Crazy eights right now, Brazil and Russia. Fifth set tiebreak for the World Championship. Missed on the serve.
There's a switch. Russia leading in service errors 3-1 over Brazil.
Enrique goes aggressive. Mitkov handled. All the way out to the left side.
Out. It will go long.
Tetrakin, the miss hit.
Oh, and it looked like he had it, too. He had a good bit of room there. There were splits in the block. Plenty of court to work with. Uneven blockers, missed time.
Between four Brazilian defenders and no touch. Sometimes a little bit of luck doesn't hurt either.
Especially when you get to a fifth game of the World Championship, you have to have a little bit of luck. The teams are so well matched up. You know the categories that are going to make the difference here. Not so much the hit. It's going to be your service aces or your service errors or your blocks. That's where you're going to see the difference here.
And a reminder for our Latin American viewers who are tuning in expecting to see Major League Baseball. We know we're a little late, but we will get you right out to San Francisco for Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Cardinals and Giants just as soon as this World Championship of Volleyball final is over. It is going the distance. We are in the fifth set. Brazil with a 2-point advantage at 10-8 over Russia. The match now is to 15. Got to win by 2. Brazil looking for their first ever World Championship.
Oh, what a serve.
Out of the timeout, Enrique came up big. Tetrakin took a full swing. Anderson blocked by Russia.
Wow, what a block, too. Make no mistake about it. They put that right back down. That was huge. Anderson had a good swing. Look at that.
It's Gorchev again. I've long lost count of how many blocks he's got.
Yeah, he's definitely been a force on the net for them. He is their top blocker, has been throughout this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. 21 coming in. I've got him for 7, but it could be more.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Pipe attack from Shiba.
The bread and butter
It's
play.
in.
There it is for Brazil. They've been successful all night long with that play. Russia knows it. Russia also knows they have yet to stop it. Look at that. Beautifully done.
Anderson with the 2-point advantage. 4 points from a championship.
Good serve. Boy, these Brazilians are serving so tough.
Kamutsky did a great job saving that one and getting it to Kulichov.
Yeah, he really did, because Brazilian servers are just making it so difficult for this Russian passing team. And the Russians, as a result, are having to work so hard to get a clean swing.
This is Iakovlev, the hero from the semifinals.
Great pass there to start it.
Pipe attack. Shiba and Giovanni also into the lineup here in a 2-point lead. And Mauricio has slipped back into set in this crucial time. He's been on the bench almost all night.
But see, again, that will disrupt the blocking scheme for Russia to have a different setter in, just enough maybe to make the difference.
Naubert went for it with the 2-point cushion. Now it's 1.
I count 8 points on attack from the pipe position alone.
Bernardo Rezende has 2 gold medal winning Olympians in Giovanni and Mauricio back in the lineup here late for Brazil in the 5th. And an ace serve. Wow. 12 all.
Russia has had very few of those the entire night. Only 3 total for the match. What better time for them to get one than right now?
He served Shiba and Sergio. And now, timeout Brazil. They are no longer in control of set 5. And how about that? Inserting Giovanni and Mauricio after really not playing almost all of this match or all of the semifinal match, but they are normally regulars on this group.
Right, and you know, it would be a surprise to us or anybody in the stands, but the guys on this team, they know exactly the moves of Coach Rezende. Nothing is a surprise to them. They are ready at all times, and they're used to that. Aces to error. Look at that. 5 to 21 errors for Brazil. That hurts. 3 aces only for Russia. They get a critical one just now.
Bad ratios for both. Dead even in the 5th. Mauricio. Giovanni.
Oh, good try for the Russian defense.
And the veteran Giovanni delivers.
And there's where that substitution comes through, Mark. That's where the coaching staff knows a little bit more than the rest of us watching. Big swing there. Good try, a little soccer style, not enough.
2 points away for Brazil. Gustavo.
Major pressure right here, he knows it.
Comes through. Middle attack. Kulichov. Pair of 13s.
Well, they had the perfect pass. Gustavo really served it tough, but the Russian reception team really does a nice job getting the ball right into their setter's hands, and there's a result out of the middle clean.
Anybody here thinks 15 is going to win this thing?
Not in this place. No, it's going the distance.
A lot of pressure on Kosarev, who comes in to serve.
It will seesaw for a while, no doubt.
Just puts it in. Giovanni doles the block on the right side, and he delivers Brazil to match point, world championship point.
And he has a good serve also, Mark. He's tough from the baseline. Let's see what he elects to do here. I think he'll unload it. and he's experienced. He's been in this pressure situation before.
Giovanni to serve. Championship point. It's in. He catches the line with an ace. Brazil is your world champion.
Wow, and who doesn't but the sub off the bench, the experienced Giovanni with the ace serve. He goes for it, Mark. Lines it perfectly. Can you believe it? It cannot get any better than that. Wow. You know, Mark, not an ace serve in that entire set. They get one. They get it for match point. They get it from the sub off the bench, Giovanni.
Let's take it one further, Dorothy, as we look at the World Championship team from Brazil. Giovanni gets inserted, and he scores the last 3 points for Brazil.
That's right. Unbelievable. Attacks 2 clean kills, comes up, goes to the line with the pressure. But you know what? The coaching staff knows he's been around for a long time. He's played at every level in this game. He has been the MVP in the world at one point in time, the best player. There's the type of guy you want to put in a pressure situation. What does he do? Boy, does he deliver.
Anderson, one of many brilliant performers for Brazil. On a different match, they got what they needed from a bunch of different guys. The ultimate team, and you must take your hat off to head coach Bernardo Rezende. We talked about him pushing all the right buttons. Well, he did an unbelievable job, particularly late here.
And look at Ricardo. Look at the emotions he's expressing now. Tears are coming down his eyes. Wow, what a moment for him.
Two huge losses avenged here in this World Championship. From 20 years ago, back in 1982 in Russia, in this same situation, in this same place, beat Brazil for the world title. And then, just this past summer in Brazil, when Brazil hosted the World League final and lost to the hands of this Russian team. Those are very distant memories now. And a look at Jorge Elgueta, a veteran of Argentina who thought maybe this would be their moment.
What a moment for this Brazilian team. Waited a long time, Mark, to see this. They have certainly paid their dues.
There is no longer a hole on the Brazilian volleyball resume. It has been filled, and then some. What a 1-2 punch. Giba getting most of the reps. Giovanni coming in when needed. And boy, did he come in and come up big. The last 3 points of the championship delivered for Brazil, a team he has represented for so many years, and now has seen through to all 3 of their top championship moments. Both he and Mauricio are world champions. They are Olympic champions. They are World League champions.
Doesn't get much better than that. You know the coaches expect a lot from Giovanni, but do you think they really expected all that he gave them in that 5th set? To come up with the last 2 kills and then the ace serve to end the match? 3 kills, rather, I'm sorry.
No, 2 kills and 3 points.
3 points, that's right. That's just unbelievable.
We will say goodbye to our Latin American audience for now. The rest of our viewers will come back for the presentation. That was match point. World Championship point, as it turns out, delivered by the veteran Giovanni. And Brazil will be crowned. At long last, the world champions from Brazil have re-entered the court as they get ready to be awarded their World Championship trophy and medals.
There's a happy group of guys right there, no doubt. They'll wear those smiles for many days, weeks, and months to come. And they will be celebrated highly when they return to their country of Brazil.
Of course, Russia also filing out. It ended up being a great performance for Russia in this championship after just an embarrassing, really, first round where they lost their first two matches, had to sweep Tunisia to hope to get the final, the 16th of 16 spots in the second round. Clearly not something that's representative of their volleyball tradition, but they squeaked through and then went about taking care of business. And they were the team from Russia that we all expected after that point.
Oh, that's right. And they did it in style once they got through that first round.
And, of course, to the far right of your screen, Team France, which next to Brazil, France is the happiest group here. Russia expected to win a championship. They're disappointed with second. France is thrilled with third.
Oh, unbelievable, the job they did in this tournament to go as far as they did and to knock off the #1 ranked team in the world in a sweep for that bronze medal.
So they have just been introduced as the world champion, and as usual, they will do it, their podium, with style and elan that is fitting of the Brazilian sporting culture. Raising the trophy and handing to the captain. Ruben Acosta is the FIVB president. The recipient, representing Brazil, is their captain, Nalbert.
Quite a spectacle there. Look at the confetti surrounding these Brazilian players as they receive their medals.
And some gold magic dust.
There you go. That's what that is.
Would it have been blue if it were for Russia?
Yeah, you have to wonder. Or red.
Giba showing his championship makeup after having a forgettable quarterfinal experience. He came back strong in the semis and the finals.
Did he ever? He was certainly an integral part of the success tonight and the match that led him to this match.
The individual players for Brazil being identified now for the crowd to receive their medals. That is Gustavo.
Rodrigo Santana. Rodrigo.
You know, next to the Olympic medal, there's no greater medal to wear around your neck than this World Championship medal. An event that only comes once every 4 years, like that of the Olympic Games.
That's right.
Played in the off year. 2 years before the Olympic Games.
And for Giovanni and Mauricio, they have worn both.
I know, that's amazing. Not many players can claim that fame, to have a world championship medal to go along with their Olympic gold medal.
10 years apart. 92 Olympic gold, 2002 World Championship gold for Brazil. And now Russia getting a well-earned hand for their second-place finish.
You know, you see a lot of smiles on their faces. You might expect otherwise, but I think these guys know to get to the podium, to take the silver medal home, and again, especially considering the start they had in this World Championship tournament, they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Vicepresidente ejecutivo de la Federación Internacional de Voleibol.
So now the silvers to be handed out. Antonio Rodriguez, member of the International Olympic Committee, handing out the second-place trophy, and the vice president of the FIVB, Yuri Chesnikov, helping him as well to hand out the medals. The fourth time now that the Russian or Soviet Union has stood on the second-place podium, 6 times world champions, and 2 times rather third place. So Russia is no stranger to the podiums of the World Volleyball Championships.
I doubt there's another team in the world that can claim that, Mark, that many times on the podium in the World Championships.
Oh, that is for sure. And of course, let's not forget who's not here on the podium, let alone not on the first place podium. That's Italy, 3 times defending champion. They dominated this 90, 94, 98. The Italians won it each time. They will have to settle for a 5th place performance in this World Championship.
But they have certainly dominated this tournament over the last 12 years, Italy has, and to finally get knocked off, they still have to be very proud of what they've done at this level in this competition.
Well, the Brazilian volleyballers, they have it all, really. They have speed, they have power, they have grace, they have artistry, they have a great will to win. And they showed it all in this World Championship. And, of course, France, a secondary story and a huge showing for them. Number 10 team ranked in the world. They come up with the bronze at the World Championship.
That was amazing, really. The job they did at this championship, the way they played. And I tell you, they are a very, very good team. They earned their spot on this podium. We watched them play, not knowing a whole lot about France prior to this tournament, not really knowing what to expect. But I have to tell you, Mark, when we had our first shot at watching them play, I said, whoa, these guys are serious. They are the real deal.
And Dominique Daquin, the captain and middle blocker, will receive the 3rd place prize from Cristobal Marte, vice president of the FIVB. Helping him to also distribute the medals is Jacques Shaw, the president of the French Federation of Volleyball. So obviously a very proud moment for the French. And the French very well could have ended up in this final. They took Russia to 5 sets.
That's right. They were very, very close. And they know that. I think one of their best matches of the World Championships was when they knocked out Argentina in the quarterfinal round. They played incredible. And I think had they been in the championship match that night, they may have been receiving this gold medal because they played so flawlessly in that match against Argentina, unfortunately for Argentina.
And first time on the podium, we should mention, for France at the World Championship. So they are in uncharted territory and a well-deserved 3rd place finish at the World Championships.
But they have certainly put the sport of volleyball on the map for them in their country of France.
So everyone has their medals at Luna Park Stadium in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and that will conclude our coverage. For Dorothy Franco-Reed and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Mark Brown, and we hope you enjoyed our World Championship coverage as much as we have. So long for now. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Congratulations to the boys from Brazil, the world champions of volleyball.